Yes, I do. Thank you. I've got some right up here.
You have to be conscious. Would you like a piece of pizza?
No, that's all right. Thanks. I may get some in a minute. No, I've got some water up here. I may go get a piece of pizza here in a second.
We have, your microphone is pretty much live
Okay.
the whole time.
Okay.
When we go to, um, tapes, you'll be able to see them up there
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to do is have them mute all of the things. So if you cough, do you have lozenges or can I go get you something? If you cough while they're talking, we're gonna hear you.
Okay. I
Because you're so
will.
close to them, even though your
Okay.
mic might be off.
Okay. I will. I think I should be okay with just water.
Okay. I'm gonna be done.
Okay. I will do that then. Maybe.
Attention boys and girls, it's time to gather your friends and family. The No More Bullies Pajama Party is about to begin. This show is made possible by the Dolores Bar Weaver Legacy Fund, BBVA Compass Bank, and our generous sponsors, Sweet Beats Candy, Edible Blessings, Adventure Landing, Jacksonville Beach, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, Barnett Jewelers, and the donations of kind people like you through the American Civility Association. Now, on with the show!
Well, hello. Welcome, everyone, to our No More Bullies Pajama Party. I'm Vic Michelucci. This is my friend, Amy Barnett.
Hi, friends. We are your hosts for this exciting show. Are you ready to hear some heartwarming bedtime stories? They're a little silly at times, but fun, and most importantly, they have a strong message I want you to learn about tonight. Each one will show you how to help end bullying once and for all. Can you imagine the world without bullying? No more bullies? I'd like that. What about you? You'll also learn an origami kindness craft and some fun tricks that if you can learn it, you can teach it to your friends. You can also use all of these things to make this world a little bit better place and to have a happier and safer place to live. So it's what our pajama party's all about, no more bullies. And we want to help you have a safe and a happy summer.
I like your pajamas. I'm trying on these for the first time. They're soft, they're cozy. I'm ready for a nap, but we're going to have fun. So stay awake with us, okay, kids? So in my job as a news anchor, I report on the good things and the bad things that happen all around us. And one thing that I have learned through American Civility is that there are things we can all do to make sure that the good things in our lives get the attention that they deserve. So during this show, we are going to show you some special tools that kids and the grown-ups can use to put an end to some of the unkind things that could really ruin a good day, right? One of the most powerful tools is gratitude.
Gratitude is another word for being thankful. And what happens when we are being thankful is amazing. Gratitude actually has the power to overpower the bad feelings and replace them with good feelings.
So there are several ways to show that we are thankful. I'm thankful for you watching. We're thankful for everybody at home. One way is to name things or people we are thankful for and think about why. Okay, I'm going to try it. You want to try it with us? I'll start out. Here it goes. I am thankful for my parents and my family because they always support me, no matter how wild I might be. So what about you watching with us? Say out loud something or someone that you are thankful for.
Great job, everyone. You know who I'm thankful for? I am thankful for each and every one of you who've joined us at our pajama party. And I'm thankful for our first entertainer. I think you will be too. It's time for Steve Lingle. He's performing a fun trick show. Let's watch it together.
Hello, boys and girls. Thank you for joining us tonight on the PJ Party for the No More Bullies. My name is Steve Lingle, and I do some fun tricks. I'd like to start off by showing you one of my favorite tricks. I call it the traffic light trick. You might have guessed it uses 3 colors of the traffic light, red, yellow, and green. If you guessed that inside of this tube there were 3 balls that also were red, yellow, and green, well, you would be correct. So here's what we do with these. We take them out like this. We put the tube back on top, and this tells you which order to put them back in. Green first, right? So we put in the green, then we put in the yellow, and then we put in the red. We clap our hands and go like this, and it's just like it says here. And did I put green first? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. All right, we take them out. Put this on top like this. You know what? Maybe we can do yellow first. Let's do yellow. Yellow, then green, then red. Now the red is on top. So we clap our hands, go like this, and that red ball is being a little tricky. So I've brought something just in case. I knew this was going to happen. I've got this little case here. It has a door on each side, and it's empty on the inside. And that is where we keep our little naughty red ball. He's going to stay here. We'll put this here. And now we only have these 2 to work with. So let's put in green, and let's put in yellow, and clap our hands and go like this. And there we are. It's just the... Okay. I thought we put it in here, but I guess we didn't. Let's do it one more time. Put this right back on top. We'll go back in order. Green first. So put in the green, put in the yellow, put in the red, clap our hands, and just like before, would you believe it? It's in here. Thank you very much. All right. As I said before, my name is Steve Lingle, and I've been doing tricks for a long time. I started when I was, 3rd grade. I got a pack of, well, let's say a set of tricks that I used to play around with, and I don't remember them all, but there was one that was a lot of fun. It had a little plastic vase, like you put flowers in, but it was just a miniature. But you would take this little rope and you put it on the inside, and when you let go of the vase would just hang there on the rope. And then you separate them and you hand them out to someone, and they couldn't do it because it was just a fun trick. Well, those kind of things interested me for a long time, and eventually I had other interests and I forgot about that until, gosh, I guess I was in high school. When I met a good friend of mine, he worked at a store that sells tricks. Seriously. He would learn them at the store, and he would come in and he would show me, and I would just beg him, please give me the secrets of how to do these things. And so finally he gave in to my pleading, and he taught me some tricks. So one of the ones that he taught me, I'm going to show you right now. It used a red piece of fabric. We call them silks or handkerchiefs or whatever, and he did a little trick with that. Now, I don't have that particular color, but today I have a much colorful one, so we're going to use a rainbow. All right? So this is what he would do. He would, whoops, get back over here. He would hold it right in front of me, and he would stuff the whole thing in his hand like this. Right? So he would stuff it in, and he would say, watch close, and then he would blow on it, and then he would make it disappear. And we would all be amazed. But then he would reach out and grab it out of the air like that, and sure enough, he'd pull it right back out. And that was the first trick my friend showed me. Some other tricks that my good friend from high school showed me. He taught me how to do tricks using everyday objects, like rubber bands. You ever play with rubber bands? I love playing with rubber bands. There we go. So this is what he would do. He would put one on his hand like this, and then he would take the other one like this. And it was kind of like a puzzle. He would say, you know, try to get out without taking it off of your fingers. And as you can see, no matter which way I stretch, you can't take it off unless you go like this and separate them like that. So, my friend, as I was telling you, he would teach me how to do different tricks. And so what I would like to do is to teach you how to do a trick. Would you like to? Yeah! Oh, I hear you. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to use a couple of different colored rubber bands so you can see it a little better. Let's use this green one here. And the way that I like to teach tricks, I like to show what the trick looks like, and then I teach you how it works. So this is it. You have a rubber band on 2 fingers, and the idea is to make it go from here to here, right? So you wave your hand like this, and sure enough, it just bounces right there. Maybe we can make it go back. So we wave it this way. It goes from here to here. See? Well, let's make it a little bit more tricky. I've got a red rubber band. If we cover our fingers like this, now I can't take them off and put them on the other fingers, right? So let's do it in a tricky way, like this. Pretty cool? I bet you want to know how that works. All right, so you are going to be what I see, okay? You're going to be my eyes. I'm looking at this. The people that I'm going to show are this way. So I stretch this like this and put my fingers down and lay that rubber band across all of my fingernails. Okay? Now watch what happens when I open slow. Go like this, and it pops over to the other hand. Works the same way going back. Put my fingers back in, put it over my fingernails, open it like that. Now the other part that I'm doing is waving my hand in the front afterwards. So I go like this, and I wave it, and as I wave it, that's when I open my fingers. It goes just like that. And the reason why it works, even with the red rubber band on top, it doesn't have to be red and green. You can use regular rubber bands. But the reason why it works, even though my fingers are covered, same thing. It's just pulling right over. So it's doing this. Isn't that cool? All right, so for this last trick that I'm going to show you, when I do tricks or if I perform at shows, people often come up to me and ask me afterwards, how did you do that trick? Well, I have to tell them, I can't tell you. Well, for one, I'm sworn to secrecy. But two, sometimes it just works itself out. Because sometimes there are certain tricks that are just so confusing that I didn't learn it the way that the instructions tell me. I'll show you what I mean though. When I was younger, I used to watch performers on TV, and my favorite one was this one where they had 3 ropes. There was a long rope, a medium rope, and a small rope. And somehow they would get them together and make them into 3 equal lengths. This one the same as this one, and this one the same as the other 2. And then magically they'd change them back into 3 separate lengths, a long rope, medium rope, and a short rope. Well, I thought that was a cool trick. So I went to the store who sold those tricks. And I went up to the shopkeeper and I said, hey, I watched on TV where an entertainer took 3 ropes. He had a long rope, a medium rope, and a short rope, and somehow he put them together and made them into 3 equal lengths. This one the same as this one, and this one the same as the other 2. And then he would change them back into long, medium, and short. And he said, I know exactly what trick you're talking about. I have it right here behind the counter, so I'm going to sell it to you, but you need to read the instructions, and you need to practice it, and then you'll be able to perform the trick. So I was so excited, so I went home and I looked at the box and the instructions, but this was kind of strange. It said that somehow you bend the long rope in half like this, and you somehow get that small rope through the loop like this. And then you put the medium rope next to it, and when you cover up the knot, it looks like they're 3 equal lengths. That's a little confusing, isn't it? I would much rather see a trick where the entertainer takes the long rope, the medium rope, and the short rope, and somehow puts them together like this, and then makes them into 3 equal lengths. This one the same as this one the same as the other 2, and then magically change them back. But if you were to ask me how to take 3 different length ropes, change them into 3 equal lengths, and then change them back, I wouldn't be able to tell you, because I never learned that secret. And thank you again for joining us tonight. I hope you had a great time. And just remember, keep dreaming, keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.
All right, thank you, Steve. That was amazing. So I'd like to, Amy, try that rubber band trick. That was my favorite right there. I think it's going to take a lot of practice, but if I can learn it, maybe I can teach it to some of my friends.
That would be great.
So did you know that teaching someone something new is a way to spread kindness? Here's a question for you, okay? Listen up. True or false? Is kindness contagious?
Did you say true? You're right. Kindness is contagious. Just like the common cold, bullying is contagious too. That's why it's so important to spread kindness and not to hold it back, like with the common cold. You want to spread kindness, like confetti.
Is this how you do it?
Yay! That's right.
So laughter is contagious as well. So we want to laugh with our friend Captain Taco Head. Here are some kids' jokes. Captain?
Hi, everybody. Captain Taco Head here. They call me Captain Taco Head because, well, I wear this taco hat, but I also really love tacos. It gets me a lot of laughs, and it gets me tacos too. And getting people laughing is what I like to do. And I want your help. If you have the blue chat box at the bottom right of your screen, send me your favorite kids joke. I will share some of the jokes during our kids show. The first joke comes to us from Will in Savannah, Georgia. Why did the football coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback.
That's great.
That is a really good one.
And for my second joke, what did the left eye say to the right eye? Between us, something smells. And now, back to you. Amy.
That last one took me a little bit, I'll be honest. He's talking about the nose. All right, so listen. No More Bullies takes all of you, and we need more book sponsors to make sure that we can help other kids and families just like yours. So here's what you do. Just $20 sponsors a book. It's going to transform their lives. Give them a safer place to learn. He thinks that's funny, but it's no joke. $20 is going to go a long way. So the book sponsors are going to be entered into a prize drawing. Who likes prizes? I do. We've got some of them up here too. Sweet Pete's candy. I tried to go in there and snack on it, but we're saving that for you for the prizes. Edible Blessings Customs Cakes, Adventure Landing, and so much more. Each book that you're able to give is going to help a classroom full of kids just like you. So the story lessons teach how to treat one another well, like they deserve, right? And when kindness is cool, bullying goes away. That's what we want to hear. So to sponsor a book or to make a donation in any amount, it can be small, a quarter, but hopefully more. Go to sponsor button on the right side of your screen and visit americancivility.org. Look for the tab that says No More Bullies.
We are grateful for each one of you who sponsors a book. So thank you so much for going to that button. We now
are going to grab our blankets.
Yes,
aren't
we are.
Because your family and friends need to get together and get comfy. Because it's time for our very first bedtime story.
Hi,
Good job.
I'm Jungle Berry, but you can call me Berry if you'd like. They call me Jungle Berry because I like to lead people on safaris and journeys. And today, I'd like to take you on a journey to learn about a friend of mine. His name is Amos McGee, and Amos is a zookeeper. They wrote a book about my friend. It's called A Sick Day for Amos McGee, and it was written by Philip Steed. Would you like to go on the journey with me? Let's read it together, shall we? Amos McGee was an early riser. Every morning when the alarm clock clanged, he swung his legs out of bed and swapped his pajamas for a fresh pressed uniform. He would wind his watch and set a pot of water to boil, saying to the sugar bowl, "A spoonful for my oatmeal, please, and 2 for my teacup." Belly full and ready for the workday, he'd amble out the door. Every day, Amos waited for the number 5 bus. "Next stop, City Zoo," the bus driver would call. 6 a.m., right on time, he'd reply. Amos had a lot to do at the zoo, but he always made time to visit his good friends. He would play chess with the elephant, who thought and thought before making a move. Run races with the tortoise, who never, ever lost. Sit quietly with the penguin, who was very shy. Lend a handkerchief to the rhinoceros, who always had a runny nose. And at sunset, read stories to the owl, who was afraid of the dark. One day, Amos awoke with the sniffles and the sneezes and the chills. He swung his achy legs out of bed, curled them back again, and said, I don't think I'll be going to work today." Meanwhile, at the zoo, the animals waited for their friend. The elephant arranged his pawns and polished his castles. The tortoise stretched his legs and limbered up. The penguin sat patiently, all by himself. The rhinoceros worried that his allergies were worsening. And the owl perched atop a tall stack of storybooks, scratching his head with concern. "Where is Amos?" the animals wondered. Later that day, there are some very interesting pictures that show what all the animals in the zoo were doing. Look at this one. They've all lined up and they're leaving the city zoo. And look, they've made it to the bus stop and they're all waiting patiently for the bus to arrive. And look at this. They're all on the city bus, number 5, heading toward their friend Amos. Hooray! My good friends are here. The elephant prepared a game of chess. Amos thought and thought before making a move. I'm too tired to run races today, said Amos to the tortoise. Let's play hide and seek instead. The tortoise hid inside his shell. Amos hid beneath the covers. Amos yawned. I could use a nap. The penguin sat quietly, keeping Amos's feet warm. Achoo! Amos awoke with a sneeze. The rhinoceros was ready with a handkerchief. I'm beginning to feel much better, said Amos to his friends. He swung his legs out of bed. Perhaps we'll share a pot of tea. You see Amos with his tea and all of his friends sitting around sharing tea with him. Amos wound his alarm clock. It's getting late, he said. After all, we have a morning bus to catch. So Amos said goodnight to the elephant, and goodnight to the tortoise, and goodnight to the penguin, and goodnight to the rhinoceros, and goodnight to the owl, who, knowing that Amos was afraid of the dark, read a story aloud before turning out the light. You see all of his friends reading the book to Amos. And look, Amos is asleep with all of his great friends sleeping around him. How sweet that is. You see, a sick day for Amos really turned out to be a wonderful night for Amos, didn't it? Wasn't that a great book? This book is really about compassion, which is kind of a big word for being kind and caring about our friends. And Amos cared a lot about his friends, didn't he? He learned about the things they liked to do, and he did them with them. And his friends learned a lot about Amos, and they learned how to show kindness to Amos by coming to him when he was sick and doing the things that he wanted to do and helping him get better. Isn't that a great lesson for all of us to learn? I hope you can be kind to your friends too. It's a great thing to do.
How about that, friends? I agree with Jungle Berry, do you? A Sick Day for Amos McGee. It really is a great book. I like learning about compassion. It's a powerful tool for spreading kindness. I'm going to try hard. Now hold me to it, to notice when others have a need and then try to find a way to make their days better. How about you? Will you join me?
Maybe you're like my friend Sally. She makes lots of friends, and she's one of my favorite people in the whole world. I remember when I was a little girl and I changed schools, and that first day of school when I knew no one, and I was a little bit scared, and I'm standing in line at the door, and here comes this girl I've never seen before, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Sally. You want to be friends?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Amy. I'd love to." And you know what? We're still friends today. And, you know, you can't imagine how much a difference you can make sometimes.
We all need a few good friends. I've heard that if you need a friend, you can start by being a friend. You know what time it is? I think it's time to check in with our friend, Captain Taco Head. Hey, Captain, any new jokes over there?
Why, yes, we've had some busy folks out there this evening. From Sarah on the south side, she sent one in. What do you call a duck who gets all A's? A wise cracker. And now we have one from Billy over on the west side. What kind of tree fits into your hand? A palm tree. And now back to you and Vic.
Wow, those are some funny jokes. A lot to talk about. He did get a little cheesy, though, so thank you for making us laugh. Laughter is a great medicine, and it makes us all feel good inside, right? It helps us smile, and our brains just feel so much happier. So I've got a joke for you. Are you ready, Amy?
Okay.
What kind of animal is at every single baseball game?
I give.
Do you know it at home? It's a bat. I took a swing at that one.
What a hoot. Thanks, guys. You know, telling jokes can be a lot of fun, but making fun of others is not a laughing matter. Making fun and teasing with close friends when you have an understanding and it's something you both agree on, that's okay. But what happens when you're just teasing someone? Well, our next story is all about how people want to be treated and about a little rabbit who's trying to figure out what that means when they say, treat others the way you want to be treated. And he's thinking, I'm not so sure, how do I want to be treated? So maybe his story can help you and me too. Let's get a look together. How do you want to be treated?
Hello, boys and girls. My name is Officer Burton, but you can call me Officer Friendly. Today I am here to read a book about manners. And the title of the book is Do Unto Otters. This book is written by Lori Keller. Are you ready? Hello, Mr. Rabbit. We're your new neighbors, the otters. Otters? Otters? My new neighbors are otters. I don't know anything about otters. What if we don't get along? Mr. Rabbit, I know an old saying, do unto otters as you would have otters do unto you. What does that mean? It simply means treat otters the same way you like otters to treat you. Treat otters the same way I like otters to treat me. How would I like otters to treat me? How would I like otters to treat me? Well, I like otters to be friendly. A cheerful hello, a nice smile, and good eye contact. All are a part of being friendly. Friendliness is very important to me, especially after my neighbor, Mr. Grrr. I like otters to be polite. They should know when to say please. I can say please in 5 different languages: Spanish, French, German, Japanese, and Pig Latin. They should know when to say thank you. I can say thank you in 5 different languages: Spanish, French, German, Japanese, and Pig Latin. Did you say please or cheese? And they should know when to say excuse me. I can say excuse me in 5 different languages: Spanish, French, German, Japanese, and Pig Latin. Excuse me for interrupting your reading, but I heard you say please, not cheese. Otters should be honest. That means they should keep their promises. My word is as good as goldfish. They should not lie. I never lie. It makes my whiskers itch. And we should never cheat. Cheating makes my whiskers itch. 2, I wonder if I should see a doctor. I'd like otters to be considerate. You know, like being a good listener. Asking before you borrow something from someone. Not littering, meaning throwing trash on the ground. Being patient. What about caring for all creatures? Opening the door for someone. Being on time. Respecting the elderly, like your grandma and your grandpa. Helping your neighbor untangle ears. It's always good to have a considerate neighbor. It wouldn't hurt otters to be kind. Yes, kind. K-I-N-D. Everyone appreciates a kind act no matter how bad it smells. Oh, and what's the word? Cooperate. Otters should learn to cooperate. Did someone say operate? No, cooperate. Work together. We know how to cooperate. I see otters like to play. I hope they know how to play fair. Otter rules for fair play. You have to be a good sport. You have to play by the rules. You have to take turns, include everyone, even bees. Buzz. I like it if we could share things. Our favorite books, our favorite activities, our favorite treats. Yummy. Maybe not treats. I hope otters won't tease me about my doo-dee-doo song, my extra large swim fins, or my bad hair days. I hope otters won't tease anyone about anything. Teasing is mean. It's the worst. It's worse than having a clam snap shut on your nose. I think otters should apologize when they do something wrong. Don't you? We should say, I'm sorry I used your ear as a tissue. And I hope they can be forgiving when I do something wrong. I'm sorry I called you Snotter. Oh, you? So there. That's how I'd like otters to treat me. You see, Mr. Rabbit, I told you it was simple. Right. Just doody-do unto otters as you would have otters doody-do unto you. The end. Thank you, boys and girls. I have enjoyed my night tonight reading this book to you. Always remember to use good manners and do your best. Good night.
Thank you, Officer Friendly. She's so great. She really is. That was utterly amazing. So doing unto others is really about being kind and caring to one another.
It's really not as complicated as you may have thought. If you think of it this way, of being a hedgie, that we can help everyone do good in everything. If we all do our part and try our best to be a hedgie who helps others, bullying will disappear.
Next up is an origami kindness craft. It's demonstrated by a student who's in elementary school, like a lot of you at home. I heard it can be a fun way to show others we care. Jason, take it away.
Hi, my name is Jason Darius. I'm a 5th grade student, and today I'm going to show you how to make an origami heart. I really like origami because it's a fun and a neat way to make paper come alive. You can make all kinds of different shapes, objects and creatures. For this heart project, you will need origami paper. You can purchase it at Michael's or Amazon, or cut a sheet of paper so it measures 6 by 6 inches. You will also need a flat surface to work on, like a desk or table. First, fold the square diagonally so it makes a triangle. Then you're going to open the paper and fold it again so you have another triangle. It should look like an X in the middle. Now rotate the paper in front of you. Fold the point down to the middle of the paper to look like a diamond. Fold the bottom point to the top, and fold the side flap to the middle. Then repeat. Turn the heart over and fold the top tips down and the side flaps toward the center. Now you have a heart. For more origami fun, search origami on YouTube. Of course, get your parents' permission. Thanks for watching.
That's pretty cool.
That was so cool.
Jason is talented. All right, so we want to talk once again about these prizes because I know I'm hungry looking at it. You probably are as well. So the prizes, if you sponsor a book for a classroom or another child, include a Sweet Pete's gift certificate, adventure landing passes, a gift certificate for a wonderful custom cake from Edible Blessings, and fun family adventure prizes as well. Plus, everyone who sponsors a book during this event or by the end of July will receive a certificate for one of these, a free handmade lollipop from Sweet Pete's Candy. Yum. There's just about every flavor you can imagine, and I think I could eat all of them. Just be sure, don't forget about including your email address. There is a sponsor a book button. It's on the right side of your screen. Go to americancivility.org and click on the No More Bullies tab. And of course, if you've already sponsored a book, you are in the drawing too. And you're probably pretty close to tasting one of these delicious lollipops.
That's awesome. You know what? I think Captain Taco Head got some more jokes for us. You got something for us over there?
Oh, yes, I do. From Lily, we have this one. Why did the hornet have to fly back home? Because he forgot his yellow jacket. And for the other one, this is from LaToya, out on the north side. Why did the cookie go to the hospital? Because he felt crummy.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Captain Taco Head, and to you jokesters out there. Thanks for sending those in. You know, now it's time for our third bedtime story. This one is a favorite of kids and adults. Actually, when I read it to my husband, he got some tears in his eyes.
No.
Yeah. But maybe it will be a favorite of yours too, so wait till you see who is our next storyteller. Here's a hint. Think candy.
Hi, my name is Pete Beringer from Sweet Pete's Candy, and we're going to read a story today. It's a book called The Empty Pot by Demi. So let's get started. A long time ago, in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all, and he tended to his own garden every day. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. Who would his successor be? And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. They would be given a special flower seed by the emperor, special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me their best in a year's time, he said, will succeed me to the throne. The news created all kinds of great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the place to get their flower seeds. All the parents wanted their children to be chosen emperor, and the children hoped they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he would grow the most beautiful flower. Ping carried a flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow and blossom into a beautiful flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in his pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed into the rich black soil. Another 2 months he waited. Still nothing happened. By and by, the whole year passed. Spring came, and all the children put their best clothes on to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once he couldn't get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by holding a big plant. Ping, he said, you're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like me? I've grown lots of flowers better than yours, Ping said. It's just this seed wouldn't grow. Ping's father overheard this and said, you did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor. Holding the empty pot in his hands, Ping went straight away to the palace. The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were, but the emperor was frowning and did not say a word. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, why did you bring an empty pot? Ping started to cry, and he replied, I planted the seed you gave me, and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with better soil, and it still didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today, I had to bring you an empty pot without a flower. It was the best I could do. When the emperor heard these words, a smile slowly spread across his face. He put his arm around Ping. Then he exclaimed to one and all, "I have found him, I've found him. I've found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know. For the seeds I had given you had all been cooked, so it was impossible for any of them to grow. I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with the empty truth. And now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land." The end. So, to me, the moral of this story is honesty and the importance of honesty. And I know that in business, when you're dealing with, in the business world, honesty is very important. It's important to your success. And sometimes it may not be comfortable or easy to be honest when the truth is not something that people want to hear or face. But to truly, but honesty sometimes requires you to speak the truth, whether it's uncomfortable or not, and just to stand up and do the right thing. And so in this case, Ping was rewarded for that.
Now that was a good book. Thank you, Pete, for the sweet story lesson on being truthful in what we say and what we do. Another word for being truthful is honesty. I have been told honesty among friends is the most important quality for a lasting friendship. Think about that. What about you at home? Do you agree? Is being able to trust your friends important to you? I agree.
I do too. And you know, absolutely, this has been a great evening. I know it's flown by for us, but we can't go without checking in with Captain Taco Head again. So you got another few jokes for us?
I have a few more jokes. I have one from Steve out in Mandarin. How do you get a squirrel to like you? You act like a nut. And this one is from Beverly out at the beach. How does a scientist freshen her breath? With experiments. And one more. This one is from Bobby in San Marco. How are false teeth like stars? They come out at night. And that's all the jokes we have this evening. Thank you all for sending in your jokes, and thank you for being here and being with us tonight.
That last joke was out of this world. Let us rejoice, Captain Taco Head. So I am feeling great after enjoying so much fun, the heartwarming stories, and of course, the jokes. I've learned a lot, though. I didn't just laugh. American Civility Association wants to share our stories with so many more kids just like you. But guess what? We need your help. So here's how you can help us. You can sponsor a book or make a donation, and you will make a difference. Together, we can make No More Bullies a reality for our schools and communities. I want to tell you one more time how you can sponsor a book. You can do it for as little as $20, or you can make a donation for whatever you got, maybe saved up in your piggy bank. Go to americancivility.org. Just look for the No More Bullies tab. You can sign up right there. You have the chance to win some great prizes. What are they? Let me remind you. A great gift basket, a gift card, candy, shh, don't tell the dentist that one, adventure landing passes, and a cake, so much more. And everything that you donate not only gets you into that raffle for those prizes, but you definitely get one of these custom homemade lollipops from Sweet Pete himself.
And like you said, they come in so many flavors. This one is mimosa, I think I'm going to enjoy that one. But, you know, I have to say thank you for co-hosting with me tonight, Vic. This has been so much fun. You've made it extra fun. It's been great sharing with you and sharing with the viewers out there. Thank you, Captain Taco Head, and especially all those kids who sent those jokes in. I hope we got everyone in. We had so much fun laughing together, and we appreciate you and all our pajama friends and guests. And if you stick around, if you've been a sponsor, we're going to have some prize drawings in about 5 minutes. So those of you that have finished for the evening and you're going to bed, we can just say good night and sweet dreams. And those in the prize drawing, we'll see you soon.
What about me? Can I have my lollipop now?
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's going to keep me from going to bed. So it's about time to say goodnight and head off to bed. But remember, if you sponsored a book, don't go away. Just like Miss Amy said, stick around because we're going to return shortly to announce our prize winners. But you are all winners at home just for taking part in this. And I want you to remember that. You are winning for being here and for watching this. So we want you to also see another fun trick show. Stick around for that. We are going to return with our extended show, which is going to be even more for you to watch.
5 minutes. Bye. everyone. It's so great to be at this point where we've done, during that break, we did our prize drawings. And David is reading them over right now. David, if you want to read out the names and, oh, here, thank you. Okay.
I'm not sure what that last one is for.
Okay. We will we'll get some help if we need it. Okay, so the first Adventure Landing 2 one-day passes goes to Janie Scholes. Yay! And our next prize is another it's for 2 people, a one-day pass to the water park at Adventure Landing for Jennifer Sanderson. Yay! Thank you for sponsoring books. The next one is a $35 gift certificate to Sweet Pete's, and that could be for a class or for goodies, and that goes to Herb Coachley. Yay, thank you, Herb. And then there's another $35 gift certificate. This one's going to Elise Norkowski. Thank you so much, Elise. That's awesome. And this one is for a Black Raven pirate ship adventure. It's for 2. I've been on that. It's just so much fun. And that one's going to Julie Howard. Congratulations.
Yay.
Okay, we have 2 more prizes. This one's incredible. It's by Edible Blessings for a custom cake. It's a $100 value. And this is to Lucretia Darius. These are the most amazing, most beautiful cakes. You can check her out on her website. And lucky, lucky Lucretia. And now the final one is to Adventure Landing, and it's for 2 5-attraction passes, and this one goes to Anita Campbell. Yay! Thank you, all of you who sponsored books, and special congratulations to our winners. David, you did an amazing job as Captain Taco Head. That was so good, and we had so much fun tonight. So I just want to thank you again for being here. We had some requests for some card fun tricks tonight, and as soon as we say goodbye, stick around if you want to see some more tricks from our guy, Steve Lingle. And again, thank you. Be kind, be grateful, be compassionate, and we look forward to seeing you out there changing the world so we'll have no more bullies. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Well, hello. We are starting our next trick, and I have with me today my good friend Amy. She's graciously volunteered to assist me. So what this is going to be a lie detector test. Are you familiar with lie detectors, polygraph machines? From the movies, of course. So for the folks at home, the polygraph machine, what I understand from movies, is that they connect you with different wires, and the machine reads your reactions to questions so they can determine if you're telling the truth or not. So I'm going to be asking Amy some very important questions, but nothing personal. I'm going to be asking her questions about a card that she's going to choose momentarily. And of course, I am using my fire deck. Liar, liar, pants on fire. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to have you pick a card. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and you can tell the truth or not tell the truth, but just try not to reveal it in your face. So we're going to let the cards determine if she is telling the truth or not. And let me reveal this side so I can show you they're all mixed up. If you'd like to mix them up more, you can. Would you?
Sure.
Oh, she does want to. Oh, look in there. Get over there. There we go. All right, go right ahead. They're hot. They're on fire. All right, very professionally done. Thank you, thank you. All right, so to begin with, go ahead and just pick any card, slide it out towards you. There you go. And you're going to take a look at that. Remember the card, because I'll be asking you questions, and show the camera. Those of you at home can see what she is doing. All right, very good. Go ahead and put it face down there so nobody can see. So, what they do before this questioning happens, they program the machine. All right, so I'm going to program this deck of cards that I just freshly shuffled. All right, so I have to look at her eyes. See, okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, that looks good. This is the most exciting part of this trick, is the programming. We're almost there. Yes, yes, one more, and I think we've got it. There's that, and done. Now that we're programmed, it's so exciting. All right, I'm going to ask you the first question. The first question is, what is the value of your card? Is it like an ace or a king, queen, something like that?
A 9.
A 9. She very confidently says 9. So I will spell it out, N-I-N-E. All right. The next question, again, you can tell the truth or not tell the truth. It's fun either way. Is the card red or black?
Red.
Red. Okay. So, we're going to spell red. R-E-D. And the last question I have to ask, there are 4 suits: clubs, hearts, spades, or diamonds. Is it a club, a heart, spade, or diamond?
It's a club.
It's a club. It is a red club, ladies and gentlemen. All right, something is afoot here. We're going to see C-L-U-B-S. Very good. All right, now, to begin with, her first question was, what's the value of the card? She said a 9, and the cards say it's a 9. Very good. So far, so good. Second question. She said red or black. She says red, and the card says black. Oh my goodness. Well, then there's a chance she was telling the truth about this one, because she said it was a club, and clubs are black. But what do the cards say? Cards say clubs. So 2 out of 3, she was honest with me, so I will say thank you for your assistance here. But before we wrap this particular one up, let's do something in a different way. Oh, I don't know. Let's spell out her card. Does that sound like a good idea? Does that sound like a good idea to you?
Yes.
It sounds like a good idea to me. Actually, let's do that little riffle here. Oh, this is the cow pasture shuffle. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's a bad joke. All right. Let me just straighten these back up. All right, we're going to spell 9 of clubs. Here we go. N-I-N-E-O-F-C-L-U-B-S. 9 of clubs. Thank you very much. And thank you.
Yay!
Okay, so this next trick is a little different. I've got a postcard that I've cut into squares and mixed up in a different kind of way. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have you just tell me a number from 1 to 8.
7.
7. What's a large number? All right, so this will make for a fun idea. So here's what I'm going to have her do. She's going to hold the cards and deal onto the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. All right, and then we'll just see what we come out to. Are you comfortable holding a tiny stack of cards like this and gently putting them on the table?
Sure.
She says sure. All right, hold them like this. All right.
Like this?
Yep, yeah, in your hands, yep.
Okay.
And then just deal one at a time right onto the table. Count to 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
We're almost there.
6, 7.
Excellent. All right, so the last card that we're on, we're going to slide that one away. Let's take the rest of these. And again, notice that they're all mixed up, some face down and just mixed up completely. I'm going to have you hold them. Hold them under the table where you can't see them. Ah, yeah. And go ahead and mix them up even more and even start flipping them over. All right? And I will just stare at the audience to make sure you're not peeking under the table.
All done.
Oh, she's all done. All right, excellent. All right, so go ahead and put them on the table. Now this is the puzzle part of it. So we're going to take whatever arrangement she had and we're going to try to recreate the best we can the puzzle. So let's see, an eyeball will probably go there. And yeah, it looks pretty good. There's the nose. Maybe I can turn this a little more for the audience too. Let's do that. There we go. We got a mouth. And then we got these parts. Okay, there's the name, Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci. He painted it in 1504. Little factual of history there. And for the stamp, goes up there. There we go, with a leftover card. Now, why is this arrangement interesting? Well, I'll tell you. Sometime long ago, when I cut these up, I did the same thing that I just did with her now. I took out one card and I mixed them up all different ways and laid them out the best I could, and put them on a color copier. So, there's part of it. Let's keep going. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And the part that was left out was right there.
Wow. How did you do that?
Amazing. How did Amy do that? Thank you, Amy.
You're